So let's say we're doing a good job, which means I decided to coin a term today that we are doing connected work. I like that. Yeah, right? Oh, I can make a joke of it esoteric, but no, connected work. I'm connected to their chi. What I do is going to affect their chi. The needle or my hand is the bridge of communication. We are connected, right? Once we are connected in our work, then our body daoyin matters. Daoyin as in how we hold our position, how we breathe, how we move. It was great. I was over there and it was really good and heavy. And I looked at his shoulders and his shoulders were beautiful, down, anchored. So I stopped him. And I'll be nice. I won't say who. I said, look around the room. Look at that shoulder. Look at that. Look at that. And you could see some people needling Chiman like this. Well, you can bet that person's chi, the person on the table, it probably went up, right? Our Daoyin matters, right? So once we're connected, we really need to be disciplined that how we are holding ourselves, how we are doing that is going to affect their chi dramatically. However, if we're not connected, it doesn't matter what I do. Their chi is going to react to the experience of the needle, not connected to me doing anything. It doesn't mean nothing's going to happen. The needle's in their body, something's going to happen, right? But I am no longer connected, and therefore what I do no longer makes a difference. It's needles in a point. Maybe something happens, maybe something doesn't. The good news is, if you aren't connected, you can't make them worse through bad Daoyin. Yeah, there's always a bright side, right? But if we want to make something really happen right there on the table that's going to have a lasting effect, we've got to connect, and then we've got to understand our connection has to have good Daoyin in our own bodies for them to have a good response in theirs. So I circled around and the needling, good heavy, everything dropped. I will tell you a secret, good heavy shoulders, it's songjian zhuizhou in Chinese. So you relax the shoulders and you plumb bob those elbows, which just means you aren't doing this. Because if you're here, the chi's up. No matter how much I try and go down, the chi's up, right? No matter how much I want the chi to go up, if my elbows are down, it can't go up too far. How many of you were riders of dressage and things like that as a child? Anybody? Okay, yeah, there's a couple of us like aristocratic farts, right? So, right, you got to be here, and your elbows have to be in when you're doing dressage, and your hands have to be here, and you got to have good posture, but your chi has to be in that saddle, right? I'll tell you a secret. I was really good at Dalian from the beginning because I had to have good Dalian on a horse. Right. And when that horse goes over a jump, because I used to do hunter under saddle, you don't hold your seat, your cheese up, you're ending up in the bushes. Right. So, that wasn't hard for me to get because I'd had to do it somewhere else. Please remember, everything we're doing is life. It's not Chinese. Oh, only in Chinese does this work. It's a truth through everything. That horse knows automatically whether my Dalian is good or not. That patient, whether they're aware of it in their mind, their chi knows automatically if my Dalian is good or not. 是一个道理, right? It's the same truth across everything, right? Any case, so needling, good relaxed shoulders, plumb bob elbows. However, when I'm doing body work, of course my shoulders have to be down, but it's not the same, right? If I'm doing body work, once I've dropped my shoulders, there's an even plateau here. Now I have to drop my hips down. And in dropping the hips, there's more space and my shoulders are lighter, right? So everybody sit here right now, right? Sit well, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. We got like 55 minutes, right? So we're sitting well, and then we're gonna put our elbows to the sides, down, and push down to the floor. And then chi in my head. No. I mean, a little bit, but you're like here, you're like, nope, it's not going up, right? And then we're gonna do this, right? Okay, chi the dantian, chi the dantian, chi the dantian. Right? Your ge doesn't go anywhere, right? Your ge is like up here, so no matter what you do, it's hollow, right? Okay, so we're gonna pretend we're needling, and we're gonna really drop our shoulders. Look at that exaggerated motion I have, and elbows down. Whoop. All right, now I'm gonna be heavy, that whatever happens, won't be emotionally overwhelming for the patient unless I missed their shun was wet water, and then that's my fault. But if I'm given an even ground, there's no reason it should be emotional, even if it's strong, if I'm anchored. Now, I want to do body work. So let's try and massage something, okay? Right? That feels kind of stiff, right? So what we have to do is we have to drop our pelvis. My shoulders lightened, but I didn't raise my shoulders, right? So now I'm floating up here, but I'm not floating unanchored. It has that flexibility in my spine because my hips dropped and my spine now has movement, as opposed to when I drop like this, the spine's in place. Now, both are shoulders down. One is 真的很实. Um, it's dropped very solidly, and one is dropped so it's relaxed. Okay? Body work, I'm dropped and relaxed. Needling, I'm dropped and solid. Play with it next week. All right? And I can't remember where we were. Oh, it was over there, same table. I was like, okay, you got the shoulders. Later on, when you do a needle, purposely go up and down, up and down. It is miserable, right? Now, if the patient's never experienced what it feels to have a needle really drop them, then you do it wrong. It doesn't really matter because you are making changes. But once they've felt good and then you do it not good, they'll immediately know. One of the most annoying things for me is I'll get a lot of patients who are truly ill and no one can help them. Now, let me be clear. That patient does not get better on my table in a week. That patient may not get better in a year. I have a few patients where I need to see them all the time or their condition will spiral, right? So basically, I'm keeping them going and I wish I could heal them. I can't. What I can do is make sure they can actually live their lives. That's as good as I am for that. But they know me really well. And if something's off in my daoyin, if something's going on, they're like, oh, Andrew, bad day? Oh, Andrew, this. Oh, that's sharp. What's going on? Oh, you raised your chi. And I have people who observe me, so I'm talking to them a lot about the techniques and what to do. And they hear it, right? And they're like, oh, shoulders are up. They're like, shit. They're right, right? Let me tell you, they're a connoisseur. But there's no room for error when they know what's going on.